What is shaking? It's Monday. You know how we like to do it on Monday. Number 84 in your program, number one in your hearts. The number one, at least I'm concerned, the number one 49er tight end. Number one. Number one. Like the Iron Cheek says, number one. Iran, number one. Well, it's not really Iran. It's more like 49er tight ends. What's going on, Brent?
Tommy, man, it's Monday after a Thursday game, and I'm still fired up.
How loud was the house Thursday?
It was that good. So, believe it or not, I was in Napa.
Were you really?
I flew out for a watch party. It was spectacular at Whetstone Vineyards. The folks were some of the greatest. And, coming into
still taking some of that free money, huh?
So this was all for charity, all for the Golden Heart Fund. And yet it was, you're a little nervous when you don't know everybody, right? And the people were just spectacular, like instantaneous. Believe it or not, Paulie Mack and Tony the Wolf Boy were there. And
Tony Wolf Boy.
But I got to say, the hostess was so awesome, Michelle Whetstone, and the wine was spectacular. The setting's great. And then you're like, all right, we're missing half of our team. So we're all watching the game together, and you're a little on the edge like, man, I hope this isn't one of those where everybody's ready to go home at halftime. And man, we did not play our tails off. I have not seen or felt so much excitement for a regular season game in so long. I can't even remember. But I think because of the expectations that we were going to try to hang on and stay within 2 touchdowns, winning that game and playing the way that we played with just guts and heart and grit the whole time, man, it felt great. And of course it was the Rams. And I was there with the legendary Bryant Young, and we both kept looking at each other like, is this really happening? Like, this doesn't feel real. So,
well, the thing that the whole night got started out as well as it could get started out. Drive, touchdown, 3-and-out, drive. I think it was touchdown. I think it was 14-0.
It was
14-3. Yeah, I was like, this could not have get and we were watching it, and they were driving. Mac Jones was making some great throws. We're like, oh, this looks good. And then they get a false start, and I'm like, God damn it, don't. And then they get a first down the very next play, and then they drive some more, and they get a holding. I'm like, you can't set yourselves back like this. First down, very next play. I was like, oh, okay. They got they're kind of rolling, and kind of like there's something going on. Then it was 7-0. There was 14-0. You're like, at that point, you're thinking, wow. And then they had to hang on, but that the start got you to believe really quickly.
It really did. And the hanging on part was like, I'm not big at all in moral victories. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. And I thought, man, this is going to be the greatest game that we almost won. And when Alfred Collins punched out the ball, I went,
oh my God, we're all going.
What a studly play. Like, what great awareness for a rookie. And man, the whole place came unglued, obviously. And then it still wasn't over. All the way down to that very last 4th and 1. And I thought, I thought the Rams were going to kick it and just say, we're at home, we're going to go into overtime, or we're going to, keep it going. We're going to tie it up and keep it going. I don't know what the clock said at the time. But when they decided to go for it, I thought, okay, here's our shot. And just stonewalled. It was so spectacular.
It was a great play.
I just talking it through and reliving it, it's like, did that really happen? It was just.
Well, that's how I felt about the fumble. And I should say, for those people that are listening to Thursday, they're listening now, I thought it was Collins that got in there and kind of pushed that. It was Michael Williams that got in there and made Williams go to the right, and then 3 guys just stuffed him. But so it was me.
So it was Michael that shoved him to the side, and Collins that kind of punched his shoulder, right? Or did he punch his head? Or
no, Collins didn't have as much to do on the 4th and 1.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going up.
No. On the fumble,
no, the 4th and 1. Out. It was Michael.
Hulk smack.
Penetration, yeah.
On the side. Well, so we were watching it, and my daughter, her foot's going like this. And I'm like, "You okay over there?" She goes, "God, I hate watching. I get so nervous watching games." She gets really nervous watching it. Like she'll watch Warrior games after they've happened. After she knows they've won, then she'll go back and watch them because she doesn't like watching them in real time. Same with the Niners. So she's sitting down there watching with us. I'm like, "Come on, you got to watch with us." She goes, "I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch." So he punches it out, and all of a sudden you see everybody kind of like do this. And then guys are starting to go, "Oh, shit, did he just fumble there?" Like, you can't believe he just fumbled there. And then the official walks in, does one of these, and points the Niners' way. I'm like, oh, my God. They fumbled at the 1 yard. Like, it was like just the 3 of us down there were going, "Oh, my, did that just happen? And then they showed it. You're like, oh, what a play. What a play.
It was spectacular. Like, I'm still just being
it was like
your side. I mean, that's a galvanizing moment in the course of a season where we had, I mean, from a physical standpoint, we hadn't had a lot of good things go right, but we've said it week in and out, like, oh, last year we would have lost that game. Sure, last year we would have lost that game, but man, that can really be an inflection point for the rest of the year. Like, this team has grit, it has tenacity, and it's across the board. It's not just your superstars. It's guys that are not getting as much playing time, or guys whose names you hadn't seen before, and all of a sudden everybody's making plays, not against some scrub team, but against the Rams in Los Angeles, where they thought they were going to walk, where the spread was 9 points.
Yes.
Hadn't seen a whole lot of those.
Well, I got lucky. I thought I had the worst bet of the year. I had the Niners +4. I thought that line was good. Like on Tuesday, I go, "Oh yeah, 4." I go, "Niners always like
killing it."
Oh, what an idiot! You're an idiot. I thought I had the worst ticket of the weekend. Come to find out, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because they won the game. Mac Jones, man, and what a tough son of a bitch. I mean, that guy was picking himself up off the carpet, especially in the second half, seemingly every play. It seemed like that dude was picking himself up, and he hung in there and delivered the ball on time. Kendrick Bourne had a hell of a game, but man, Mac Jones, that each and every week that guy plays and banks one more win, Brent, it makes that signing even seem more valuable. Like they got more return on their buck. Like, oh my God, we're getting another win. Like, this is incredible. He's been phenomenal.
He has been phenomenal. And you talk about what a sea change of how things were for him in New England. And I mean, I look back and he had like 2 defensive guys coaching his offense. And it's like, geez, no wonder they never developed. But they really probably set him back. But coming and not having the pressure of being a starter and a first-round pick and all those things, I think have allowed him to relax, feel the system, understand. He's not the most mobile, but you can see his processor. He's processing quick. Man, he was getting rid of the ball so damn quick. I couldn't even believe it. And it was like, I thought the Rams would start, being more aggressive in the secondary and crowding the line, because we were completing so many 3- and 4-yard passes that were going. I couldn't believe it, and just gashing those guys. It was spectacular. But speaking of Mac Jones being tough, there was a few times at the end where he looked like Billy Bob the plumber coming off the field. Like, I thought his pants would be below the Mendoza line there. And I was like, holy cow. Does an NFL quarterback look that disheveled and have his pants falling down and his underwear? It's like, yeah, what the heck? It was classic.
Oh, man. Some of the throws he was making, right? Just, I mean, it was wild to see him continue to do that. And it makes you realize how important a backup quarterback is. Like, I mean, obviously, you wouldn't know anything about that. You had Steve Young backing up Joe Montana.
Yeah.
You guys are like, oh, we're good. We don't even like Joe's one of the best of all time. Steve, we're good. We're okay there. But nobody can afford that kind of stuff anymore. So to have a guy like this who fits his system so well is really a luxury.
It's a huge luxury. And if you watch the NFL, we've seen so many injuries the last 3 or 4 years. You have to have a backup quarterback that can
look at Cincy. Their season's over.
Yeah. The weirdest thing is Browning came in that first game, and I don't want to say he lit it up, but he was playing pretty well, and he's never really come back to that. And people get a week to game plan you, and it's a lot different than coming in the middle of a game. But yeah, it's super, super interesting. It's great to have. It's a great luxury. We got him for 2 years. He's won games for us. Mac Jones has made himself a lot of money, quite honestly.
Yeah.
And now it's going back and forth. You trade him? I don't think you trade him this year. I think we can work a trade without letting go of our backup quarterback, or like Steve Young would say, 1B. And so
1B.
Yeah. So no, it's too important. It's too important. Remember what happened in the NFC Championship game with Brock when he hurt his arm.
Yes, I do.
You can't have somebody that as your backup quarterback that can't run the offense. You got to have someone that gives you a chance to win the game. Mac Jones certainly has proven he's that guy.
No, there's no doubt about it. And just having a kicker now. Do you feel like
Pinero, my man? No,
59-yarder.
I mean, have you ever claimed the kicker as your man? I know personally.
No,
but I just did, and that's how much I like him.
Don't let anybody hear that, Brent. Don't let anybody else outside this hear that.
I would lose friends over that. And yet, when he kicked that, it was 59. I don't care if someone said it was 58. I saw it was 59. It almost bordered on 60. I thought, you know what? Good for you, Kyle. That's a lot of guts. And I didn't know that he had that length in him. I know on kickoffs it was close, but man, oh man. I'll take 55. If you can put it between the uprights, I don't care if we're kicking 60-yard field goals. But Mucho came through with more Pinero than we've seen in years, baby.
It feels pretty good, doesn't it? Like the Niners actually have a kicker now where you're not getting PTSD.
I'm telling you, it feels so good. It's just, man, what a move. And I mean, it took guts to make that move, and it looks obvious now. Like, how could Eddie Pinero be out there and not be on a team? Like he's between the second and third most accurate of all time. My guess is he'll be the most accurate of all time after this season. Yeah, you don't want that guy on your team, do you? Like we're not cornering field goals or missing chip shots, or I mean, golly sake. And I don't want to jinx him, obviously. He's not going to make every kick, but he's going to make a majority of kicks, and he always has. And that tells me that he will continue to. And so, yeah, you're not going to get them all, but thank God that's not a major area of concern, because that's just deflating for a football team. And we talked about that after those last couple of Moody kicks. In fact, I created I kind of feel bad that I did this, but I created a chant for when the Rams were kicking. Started the Moody chant. Moody, Moody. And darned if the guy didn't miss it or was deflected or whatever. Everyone went crazy because they know what you're talking about. It's like, drop the Moody on the other team's kicker.
How could you do that to Moody?
How could you do that? It worked.
It did work. I just love the fact you've come up. You're so anti-kicker, and you've come up with a nickname for the kicker already.
How about
Mucho
that?
Pinheiro.
Well, it's so great. It needs to go viral.
And he's your guy.
He's
your guy.
Oh
That's
my
worst
God.
of all. He's your guy.
He is my new guy.
I cannot believe that. So the weekend couldn't have gone any better for the Niners. You're hobbled. You I mean, short week. You got to travel. Not really home field disadvantage or home field advantage for the Rams. They don't have a home field advantage. Neither do the Chargers. But still, to go on the road and win that game, incredible. Like, that was a great weekend as it was. You're like, hey, we're cool. We're good. And then it got even better. The Bucs go up to Seattle and win, which was an awesome game to watch. Then Arizona loses on a game that was so Arizona. It's hard to even imagine. It's hard to even imagine a game could be more Arizona. Like, there's no way they lost that game. There's no way Arizona lost that game yet. If you go back and watch it, they lost that game. But was that the most Arizona game you've seen in a while?
It was the top of the most Arizona game that I saw. I laughed. It took me. My brother has season tickets. He lives down there, and
the Cardinals.
Yes, it took me a half an hour after the game was over to muster the courage to say, "Nice W." Not, and he left the game. He did the old guy get out early. This game's over.
Yeah, I got to beat the crowd.
We can't lose. Oh my gosh, he was bitter. I didn't even go after it last night because he was not happy. But the kid that dropped the ball going into the
Mercado,
I had tears in my eyes. And it was, and
that's back-to-back weeks.
I thought, like, looking at it, I thought it almost broke the plane before it came out of his hands, and so it would have been a tough call. I think they wanted to make sure, though, that they punish guys for doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was close. But it was spectacular because you know what? Unless it's your team, you love seeing that happen to other.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to celebrate the idiocy, and so
Schadenfreude.
But that wasn't even. I mean, they had to do 3 more stupid things before they lost the game, which was spectacular, by the way. And
I looked at my scoring app, and one of the scores was a Titans interception. I'm like, wait a minute, how did a Titan interception turn into a Titan touchdown? I go, let me look this up and see it. And I was like, holy shit. I know you would say it could happen to the Browns, but it's so Arizona. It was so Arizona. You picked it off, you fell down, you fumbled.
It was a holy roller type of play.
Yeah, I was
like, come on, that didn't look even real.
And the Titans got it. I'm like, what is this buffoonery? Not only did you drop the ball before you crossed the goal line, you intercepted the ball, and then they scored off your interception. I go, the chances of those two things happening to one team in a season is remote. It happened in the same quarter to you guys.
It was
unbelievable.
It was so funny, and it made like the most outrageous week. The least possible outcomes in all 3 games happened.
Yep,
in my opinion, and certainly in 2 of the 3. You could argue that the Bucs maybe had a shot against the Seahawks, but it wasn't trending that way until the very end, and so it felt so good. I mean, for every bad thing that goes on, like, we need to think back to this week, because this week everything fell into line perfectly.
Oh, it's absolutely perfect. We're trying to think of what was this the best regular season win in the Shanahan era? If not, which one was it? We came up with a couple. Somebody came up with the Eagles last year, the Big Dom game. Or was that 2 years ago? 2 years ago. 2 years ago, the Big Dom game.
Big Dom.
And then the one that I think was the winner was the Dre Greenlaw stop at the 1 yard line up in Seattle last game of the season, which secured them to the number 1 seed.
Yes.
I think that had to be the best regular season game because it had playoff implications. But
Yeah.
as far as gut check games, I don't know that there is a better gut check game
I don't
than
know that
this
there's
one.
one that comes close, to be honest. It was
And
so far out of the norm with the amount of key injuries and
Yep.
then playing division rival at their place and a team
Yep.
that's already been playing extremely well, and everybody had kind of said, hey, they're kind of the favorite. And man, that was a huge, huge comeuppance for the Rams and set them back, vaulted us forward, like all the things that you want to have happen from one game. Like I said, I was coming down at the end and saying, gosh, our guys played their butts off. This is going to be so tough to lose this game. And man, that the strip and then the stand on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
They just those are plays that you remember your whole career and games that you remember your whole career. And so for these guys to be a part of that and just the way things were trending for us, we've been unlucky. We should be undefeated. We shouldn't have all these injuries. We should be back and rolling, but we haven't gotten there. But to be 4-1 at this point with the amount of injuries and kind of the schedule that we've had to play, a couple division, all of our division opponents. And so we are in a extremely favorable position right now. I'm not saying anything other than that, because if we know anything about this year's NFL, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But man, you say, 5 weeks in, this is what you look like. We'd have taken that 1,000 times out of 1,000.
Absolutely. And not only 4-1, 3-0 against the division, and 2 of those games are road games. You've won in Seattle already, you've won in LA already. It was just on so many levels a massive, massive win. I mean, you have a game lead on Seattle now, a game lead on the Rams, and a couple game lead on the Cardinals. So again, you come out of that weekend. Going into the weekend, it easily could have been Rams in first place, Seattle wins at home, Arizona wins at home. You're the only team that lost. Coming out of the weekend, Niners are the only team that won, which is like, I wouldn't have thought that. I mean, the Cardinals were favored by 8. The Seattle was favored by 3.5. Rams are favored by 9. So all the favorites lost. And the Niners happened to be the dog that won. They beat the favorite, the biggest favorite, as a matter of fact. So, I mean, sometimes I don't necessarily believe in like cosmic forces pulling at a team and this and that, but I do believe sometimes. I still say it. A team will have a horseshoe up their ass where they just seem to catch breaks, and it's not luck. It's just, some of it's luck. Some of it's that state of mind. Like, you know what? I know we're going to win this game.
Yep.
I don't know how we're going to win this game, but we're going to figure out a way to win this game. I've been on teams like that. I've also been on teams like you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, it's a stupid team. You're going to do something stupid. And it's like, God, and things start going downward. It's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy type thing. But when you're on a team that's good, and you've been on a lot of those teams, I'm sure, though, you just like, I don't know how we're going to win this, but we're going to find a way to win this. And it's that self-belief. And I think they have that now.
I do believe they have it. And I think they have it across the board. I felt like this is a team that's had a really good locker room, great leadership, and great leadership doesn't allow for a crappy locker room. I mean, you look at the Eagles, kind of felt like they were the team with the horseshoe the last year and a half. They'd win games that they had no business winning. They'd fall in the line. They ended up winning the Super Bowl. And this year, there's been dissension in that locker room. There's been, things with the coach, and it always somehow, some way, it's always worked out for them. But I kind of feel like it's not going to be the case this year. And we saw a little bit of it yesterday. I feel like it's about time they've had some real life issues, and maybe we've stolen the horseshoe.
Yeah, no, they've been outgaining every game they've played. It's unbelievable that they're where they're at, and I wouldn't be surprised if they lost a few games coming down this stretch. Let's talk a little bit about the Bucs game. Baker, the one thing the Niners do not want to do is be ahead with like a minute 30 left in this game, because it's unbelievable. The Bucs have won every game they've won. I think they're 4-1 too. All 4 wins, they've been trailing with like a minute left to go in the game, and they find a way to win. Like, I don't know how you feel about him. I think we've talked about it. Bergie and I definitely have both come around on Baker Mayfield. Like, I love that guy now. I couldn't stand him when he was with Cleveland. I was like, maybe it's too many commercials. I'm like, bro, just go out and play.
Too many commercials too early in your career.
But I love the guy now. He's just a badass. He's a leader. He's tough. He's accurate. Like, I watch him play now. I was like, God dang. So that game yesterday, it didn't surprise me at all that he came and led the drive to tie up the game at the end. And then, of course, Darnold, who plays a perfect game too almost, skips one off somebody's helmet and it gets picked. I'm like, oh, God.
That shouldn't be a pick.
That's so bad. That's just like, oh, no. What happened? Talk about a horseshoe. Now, that's a team. They got the double horse. We're going to find out who has the horseshoe this weekend, because Tampa's had a little bit of a horseshoe too. So we'll find out. This is the game for the horseshoe, Brent.
Horseshoe
Who's
bowl.
going to get the horseshoe bowl?
Tom, I don't know if you saw it last week, but I saw it on Twitter or X. It was a picture of the Carolina Panthers scout team, 2 scout defensive end and tackle. And one of the guys was Sam Darnold, and the other guy was Baker Mayfield.
Was it really?
The scrubs of the quarterbacks if you're playing the scout team for scout team for the starting offense. And look where those 2 guys have come. And it's a great example. And maybe that's the Mac Jones story. Maybe that's it, where you take it on the chin. You're at the very end of the rope, and somehow, some way, you start to figure it out and you start to listen. And I do believe a part of it is you got to humble yourself. And those guys got humbled big time. And instead of thinking, I'm the man, I'm coming in, I'm Johnny Manziel, I'm Mr. Football, no matter what, you at some point you say, okay, maybe it's about me. Maybe I've got to learn. Maybe I've got to learn how to get to the next level. Maybe I've got to study more. Maybe I've got to watch more film. And it just becomes a cycle. And both of those guys, I love rooting for the underdog. And both of those guys were down and out. When you're in Carolina, there's no good quarterbacks, but you 2 are the scout team guys.
Defensive tackle.
Defensive end and defensive tackle. Not the scout team quarterback.
Yeah.
You're the scout team defense. That is brutal. Most people don't make it back from scout team defense if you're a quarterback.
Scout team defensive tackle.
Yeah. I wish I saved that picture, because it was a great one. But you're right, and Baker's got it. It's moxie, it's belief, it's it's system, it's, let's face it, it's experience. And I felt like whoever was managing Baker in Cleveland did him a huge disservice by all the commercials. Now, it's a land grab because people are throwing money at you, but you have to say, you know what? I'm going to develop my skills, and I'm going to study, and I'm going to watch film, and I'm going to do all these things before I start pronouncing myself a national commercial figure, right?
Yeah.
And while the commercials might have been fine, it's like, well, dude, you haven't done anything on the field, or you haven't done anything at all. And I think it becomes a perception where all of a sudden people are rooting against you. Yeah, look at Baker Mayfield. He has more commercials than touchdown passes.
Yeah.
And it's better to not set yourself up like that.
That's what I thought too. And in the locker room too. It's like, maybe they don't care, but it was just a weird kind of dynamic. But So I don't know what Bucky Irving's status is. Obviously, that would be a huge deal if they could get Bucky Irving back this week. I'm not sure what it is. Rashad White had an okay game yesterday. That kid Ibuka, my goodness gracious. I mean, they don't even have Mike Evans out with a hamstring. It's like, whatever, we're good. We got this kid. Like Ohio State just keeps churning out
It's amazing.
wide receivers, isn't it?
Yeah. And he wasn't the one that everybody was talking about, right? Like
Marvin Harrison Jr. was the guy.
I've heard of Ibuka, or however you want to say it. I say it better than Gronk, but whatever.
That's a low bar, though. You can't use that.
Well, I'm a Gronk fan, so
I love Gronk too.
Oh, he went to Arizona. Your alumni would come on your show.
I know. Well, I don't know how to get a hold of him.
You're gonna figure it out.
We need to get Gronk on the show. Trust me. I love Gronk. I would love to have Gronk's life. He was he's at Barrett. He's like the frat guy that is able to stay a frat guy after he left Arizona.
Oh, so good.
That's my bear down guy, though. Yeah,
he is your bear down guy. But Tampa, let's face it, it's going to probably be a shootout, and we're going to have to be prepared. We're playing another playoff team, and from what I hear early in the week, it's probably going to be Mac Jones. I don't know if you've heard any different. It's variable, but I just think Brock came back probably a week too early, and I'd rather rest him another week. In all honesty, because otherwise it becomes a season-long thing, and you don't want to be on the weekly injury report.
No, I think the more you win, the more leeway it gives you, and the more margin for error it gives you. So and you don't feel like, hey, we got to get these guys back because we're starting to slip a little bit. Yeah, they're winning games. I mean, look. Mac Jones, they signed him in the summer.
Yep.
Kendrick Bourne signed him after the season started. Pinheiro signed him after the season started. Look at the impact those three guys made. One was here during the summer. Two weren't here when the season started.
It's hard to explain, but it's great to witness. And yes, all those guys have been big contributors. Kendrick actually, I was mad at him the other night. He's dropped a couple early. And I was like, we cannot have that, because he came from that the prior week, and then he went off from that point of the second drop. And I mean, he can do some things. He's shifty, and we get him loose and we get time. It's great. How about Jake Tonjes?
I know.
And so just that could maybe give George Kittle another week of rest. I don't know. Maybe he can come back, maybe he can't. With a hamstring, it's always, if you can do it, it's better to wait the extra week. And of course, I want these guys back, and it kills me to say that, but I'd rather have them back with extended rest. But McCaffrey's been a stud. There hasn't been huge running lanes. There was a few against the Rams, but he's been gashing people in the passing game, and good. I love him in open space, and it's less hits on his body. Out of that interior, line play.
I thought he ran the ball well early. I thought the offensive line run blocked the first drive and a half early, and then it just all.
Here we go. We're back. We're ready. It's week 5. Like, okay, now we're in sync. And then the minute I thought that, some of those lanes closed up.
Yep. Well, they just don't have guys right now that can that threaten you deep. Like I like Robinson, I like Bourne, but they don't have these guys that can get deep and get behind you. So I think everybody's coming up a little bit closer, and it just makes it a lot more congested for McCaffrey. So hopefully, and look, I think another week, Robinson will have another week to get acclimated to the system, and Mac Jones and all that. And he's legit. He's not a 1, maybe not even a 2 on a really good team, but he's a legit NFL receiver. Like Bourne, those guys are NFL players. They belong on NFL teams, and they give you that experience that you need. And obviously, Mac Jones has that connection with Bourne being in New England together. And you're right, Tonjes, man. How about that dude? It's just awesome to see this kid.
Out of nowhere and makes big plays. And he keeps doing it. So it feels fun to kind of watch some of these guys that haven't gotten a lot of airplay over the years. And
Thank you.
It's really cool. No, and maybe that's made it even more satisfying to beat the Rams with, Eddie Pinheiro and Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones and Jake Johnson. I mean, and then a host of young defensive players that nobody even knows.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. Michael Williams getting better and better and every.
You can see him collapsing offensive linemen, and he's starting to get it, and he's just figuring it out. And Collins had a couple big plays, and I know D Winters was banged up, but he still rallied, and Fred was everywhere, and Upton Stout made a couple of good plays, and you look at us across the board. We're gaining more confidence and we're gaining more experience at this point in the year. What more can you ask to be 4-1? If we were 2-3 right now, we'd be lamenting some things, but we're not. So we're just going to go with it.
All right, let's get back to the Amari DiMercato dropping the ball for the goal line, because it happened to A.D. Mitchell of the Colts the week before that.
It did.
It's hard to imagine that it could happen 2 weeks in a row. It's hard to imagine somebody would follow that stupidity with stupidity of their own. And I'll even make the argument it's even dumber than Mitchell's, because you saw what happened. You saw everybody make fun of this guy, and then you decided to do it as well. And look, nobody has an answer for this. Everybody keeps saying, well, why do they do this? Like, nobody has an answer for this. It's just that, like, stupidity is rarely denied. Stupidity finds a way. Even when you think you can get rid of it, stupidity finds a way. It's like the line in Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. Stupidity finds a way.
I agree.
So I was thinking, when did this start? And I came up with maybe if anybody else has any thoughts on this, or I remember Deshaun Jackson doing this against the Cowboys. And I want to say it was Thursday night or Sunday night, maybe Monday. It was like a primetime game, and it was going to be his first touchdown that he has scored in the NFL. His first touchdown, and he dropped for the goal line. And it's the first time I'd ever seen that. I was like, what the fuck? What did he just do? Did he drop it before?
His was like a yard before. His was
a yard.
It was not
close.
No replay. You didn't need it. He wasn't. He miscalculated his presence in the end zone,
and he didn't get it. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And that was like 20 years ago. And
there had to be someone before him, though.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's the first one I remember.
I remember that one vividly.
Because but I don't know. Maybe someone did it before then, but there weren't as many
exactly the same.
There weren't as many hot dogs in the game back then.
Remember Leon Lett in the Super Bowl? But
BB got him.
The same, but he got run down and
he did.
Well,
he did, but he didn't drop it.
I guess he didn't. No, it got knocked out.
Yeah, it was funny too. Remember, everybody was giving Don Beebe like, "Oh man, you got to play the whole game, play 60 minutes, and play." I'm like, who cares? They're getting their ass kicked. I mean, if he wouldn't have run after him, I wouldn't have cared. Yeah, great hustle.
It was.
You got beat 52-17 now.
It was good play. Who cares? Yeah, exactly. It had zero impact. It didn't.
Everybody made way too big a deal out of that, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody have anything? There it is, right here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I want to see when it wasn't even close.
I'm not even. The ball never even made it into the end zone.
It wasn't even close. Like
that.
Yeah. So this is what everybody tries to figure out. Like, why can't you? And I've said it time and time again. I'm not going to say it again here, but I'll say it just for reference. Everybody says, well, why can't you just carry it an extra yard? Why can't you carry it an extra 2 yards? It's not that hard. It's not that heavy. It doesn't look that much cooler to drop it at the goal line as it does to drop it 2 yards into the end zone. Like, I just don't. And then everybody says, I don't get it. I'm like, you can't get it. It's impossible.
Let's make it a thing. I want to measure. I want an award. I'm going to put up $10,000 for the guy that can drop it the closest to the goal line. So the closest that you can break the plane and drop it. Because I want to see people try.
$10,000. What does it go to the player's favorite charity?
Like nothing. That's like the money Steve Young owes me for the fine that I got
against the Bears in the playoff game.
Yeah, sucker.
Let's go 8. What's going on here?
Yeah,
give the man his.
You know what?
Give the man his money.
Let's make it a thing on TikTok. I want to see who can come the closest to dropping it on the field of play and yet still score a touchdown, still technically get it across. That would be super cool. I'd love to see that.
You know, it'd be even better if you could get it started in Texas high school football. That would be incredible.
Man,
kids will be run out of town by the fans there.
Yeah.
We should do a montage. Ogden, we should try to get a montage of all the people that have done that over the years. There has to be like 10 of them. I think Jackson might have done it twice.
Guys.
I think that Sean Jackson's done it twice. How do you do it twice?
I don't know.
That's the best. You would think once you'd be scarred for life. You would just look, if I was a coach, I'd have half a mind to cut somebody and just say, hey, look, if you're that dumb, I don't want you on my football team. You're out of here.
Did you see the DiMaccardo highlights after that Gannon went over? So one of the linemen had his arm around him, like, it's okay, brother. You'll be okay. You're really dumb. And the Gannon went over and was tongue lashing him like he was going off while the offensive lineman had his arm around him. And then today, Gannon's trying to say it wasn't a big deal. One play doesn't make the game. Yes, it does.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Who was
that? A compilation.
Oh, yeah. Man. I love it.
That was a defensive player.
Oh, that was the 2-yard line.
The 2.
Well, defensive guys aren't expected to be smart.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
They don't know where they are.
Look at that. That was like, man,
that's aggressive.
I mean, not even close.
I love it.
Not even close.
These are great.
What do we got here? Is this college, Marshall? They're even doing it in college. He just dropped it.
It wasn't even Randy Moss, because I would have thought for sure Randy would have had one.
He had to get was he getting the Q-Dog sign up?
I'm the man.
I don't know. He had to point at somebody in the so he just decided to drop it.
Man,
drop it like it's hot. Drop it like
he's in the
mean, it wasn't Moss, was it? How many of these do we have?
Oh.
He did the flip and drop it.
He's going the 5-yard line. Like he's not trying Oh my gosh. Was he trying to dunk it from the free throw line? What the heck?
He was looking so good. Like, how can there be? I knew there was a few of these. I didn't think it's a nice punt return. Horrible punt coverage, by the way. What are you doing? Oh, you got it. Punt return. So sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. That didn't break the plane. I love that.
That's you know what? If you drop it anywhere near the plane, even if it technically breaks the plane, because you're stupid,
I agree.
I'm dinging you. I'm sorry. You don't get credit for the touchdown there. Yes.
That exactly. Is hilarious.
Okay, let's see right here.
Oh, nope, yeah.
He did not get there. He did not get there. No.
You know what I want to see? I want to see another team pick up the ball and score the other way. Why somebody drops it on the one.
No, that's happened where he picked it up.
Come on.
I don't know if they scored, but I think there's Deshaun.
There you go.
Hey, I think that was going to be – yeah. Here he goes. Got it.
So good.
I remember that looked closer than it was because he's so damn fast. I was like, oh, my God. But that was the first one I remember because I was just dumbfounded. What the hell is this? Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Oregon, Utah. I want to say Oregon picked it up and ran back with it. I don't know if they got a touchdown out of it though.
That would be spectacular.
Because I think this had affected the spread. I want to say
there they go.
They're
Come on, that is outstanding.
Look at this guy.
How have I never seen that?
Kyle Whittingham.
Come
I mean,
on.
he's kind of a no nonsense guy. He was probably like, "What? Here we go." So he drops it, and everybody everybody let their guard down. He just picks it up.
How have I never seen that highlight?
There you go.
Like, I live for stuff like this.
Dude, if you're laughing there, I will cut you. Like, he dropped it. He didn't even the momentum didn't even take it into the end zone.
No.
It's like a sweet punt.
Yeah. He downed it right there.
And Oregon said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take that. And we're just going to go back the other way. I think that's my favorite right there, the dude with the flip. he came up short.
The 5 yards launch, man.
Yeah. Coming down. Oh no! I left the ball out there. Oh, great. Okay. So let me ask you this. Those are outstanding, by the way. We got to find if Deshaun Jackson is indeed the father of stupidity.
Wait, that was Deshaun Jackson in high school. That is so great. And not
so you mentioned that back when Baker was in Cleveland, he may not have been getting the greatest advice. There's another quarterback in Cleveland right now that I don't think is getting the greatest advice, and that's Shedeur Sanders. And I hate bringing him up. We haven't talked about him really for 4 weeks, but the fact that he tried to do his little pantomime deal when he was answering questions, and for those that didn't see it, he was asked questions, and he kind of answered them, but like this. And then that's how he'd answer his questions. I mean, answer. And I'm like, who's telling this yo-yo what to do? Like, and if no one's telling you what to do, someone should definitely jump in and advise him to do something different, because you're a third string quarterback on a crappy team. Maybe you're second right now, maybe you're third, I don't know. But you're a backup quarterback on a shitty football team, and you're kind of lucky to be in the NFL right now. There were reports that you turned down the Ravens and turned down another team because you didn't want to go there. Like, I'm not exactly sure. Look, you're not Dion, okay? And maybe Dion doesn't know you're not Dion, but I don't know what advice this kid's taken. But it seems to be really, really poor advice. Like, you wouldn't do that if you're the first string quarterback. You're the third string quarterback. You shouldn't even be talking. You should have told the guys that are asking you questions, like, look, guys, I got nothing for you. Just working my ass off here. That's it. And why are you talking to a third string quarterback? Instead of like pantomiming, making jokes and making it like a yuck fest. I don't get that.
You know, I think the worst thing is calling attention to yourself. I thought he'd been doing pretty good and saying some of the right things, and then he's had a few off spec things. And my view is, be Baker Mayfield and go play defensive line on the scout team. You know what? Just let your actions just get better. Don't talk about it. Don't try to elevate yourself. Don't try to say anything other than just focus on your football. Be Sam Darnold. Both those guys were on the outs. They kept your mouth shut. Just go play. Just go prove it day in and day out in practice. When you get your chance in the game, go prove it. And then people will be rooting for you. It's so much easier to be that guy instead of the over-the-top guy that talks too much, that's trying to come up with something funny. I do believe that he might have a sense of humor. The reality is, though, you can't say or do anything if you're the third string quarterback in Cleveland. You got to just button it up and not say a word. Dylan Gabriel actually didn't look too bad in that game. I know they didn't win, but he had some good throws. He looked pretty confident. But he stood next to Carson Wentz after the game, and he he looked like Kyler Murray. Like, it was unbelievable.
I know.
Like I was like, holy crap. Like, there's no way he's 6 feet tall. He's got to be 5'9" or 5'10". Like,
Wentz is big.
I guess Wentz is big, but man,
Wentz is a
photo.
Wentz is a big boy. All right, we're a little bit past the quarter pole. Yeah, there you go.
Man, we're on fire today. Hey,
We're a little bit.
you keep working hard, and you can be a quarterback someday in the NFL.
What if he would have took his head and did one of these? Good luck.
Yes.
Good luck. Good luck.
Next time you see me, you should do that to me.
I will, absolutely.
Hey, fella.
Hey, what's up, little fella? Congratulations. I think the only time I'll see you this year is your Hall of Fame. Or going down in dude, you're gonna be in the 49er Hall of Fame. What do they call it there?
49er Hall of Fame.
There you go. See? 49er Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a ring of fire or ring of honor or
no, it's just the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Great.
There's gonna be some great luminaries there too, I would think.
There's gonna be some
Tell Steve Young if he's going to go. Tell him you want the 10,000 for admittance.
If he's going to go, he probably charged me that to speak.
No, tell him. You know what he's going to do? He's going to come up to you and go, "We're even.
We're good.
We're good."
Actually, I'd probably take it. We're good.
We're solid. What has jumped out to you like over the first 5 weeks of the season? I mean, we're damn near, Go ahead.
I'll tell you what, a couple things. First, in the AFC, the Ravens are freaking 1-4.
Wow, they can't play defense.
Where'd their defense go?
It left town. It's awful. I know they're hurt. Matabike's out the whole year. Hamilton was out yesterday.
When your whole team's hurt, because our whole team's hurt.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
But yeah, no, that was
they're brutal.
It's brutal. Like, you better pick it up fast. But I don't think their defense is going to change a whole lot.
No, I think their defense is now. Here's a crazy thing: they're still going to have a chance to win that division because Cincinnati's terrible without Burrow. Yeah. Cleveland is not very good because they don't have a quarterback. Pittsburgh. I mean, I think they're a little bit of a mirage, but we'll see. Tomlin just wins, so maybe they win it. But I know Baltimore's schedule after the break lightens up, so
probably, and they'll get guys back. But that stood out to me. You know, the other thing that stood out to me is, and it galvanized this last week. I've used that word twice now today, but the Broncos and the Patriots are both playing pretty darn good defense. I mean, the Patriots beating the Bills, in Buffalo is pretty significant last night, and the Broncos are better than I thought they'd be, and I kind of thought that they might be a dark horse, but both of those teams, I didn't see it from the Patriots, but there's some teams, you mentioned Pittsburgh, maybe a mirage, but there's some teams that are better than you traditionally have thought of them, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, I'm going to have to watch these because we're going to find out the next 3 or 4 weeks. Because if you're still legit after game 8 and 9, then you're in play, then you're a legitimate team. But we see a lot of mirages start off, 4 or 5 and 1, and then they lose 2 or 3, and they tailspin down the stretch.
You know who might be legit? The Colts.
Wow.
Colts might be legit. I mean, they beat the crap out of the Raiders. That doesn't make you legit. But really, you can make an argument they should have beaten the Rams the week before. And that makes you legit on the road. So that they're the ones that I think more so than any team I look at and go, wow. I mean,
that's certainly the biggest surprise. I actually think it's a surprise that the Raiders are unlegit. And we're just
they're terrible.
A new word, but
unlegit. Unlegit. They quit. Don't. Unlegit.
Yeah, they're and that's not a Pete Carroll team. I mean, I've never seen
it. Isn't
it in anything that he's ever done.
What happened to Geno? Geno just went to the tank.
Crap! He's Jets Geno.
That's not a good Geno.
That Geno is no bueno.
That is not a good Geno.
That's a bad Geno, baby.
You got your different vintages of Gino. That's not a good year.
Well, I'm a
That
Geno
is not a
fan
good year at
because of
all.
where he's come from. But this is Jets Geno, and which is not good.
That's not a good Gino.
No.
All right, brother. I don't think I've asked you this, but you watching anything like outside of football? Any TV shows that you and Dan are checking out that you want to recommend to the public?
So, we're excited that Tulsa King's back. I like.
Yes, that's a good show.
But
Good show.
You know what, Tom? Our show watching during the fall gets totally whacked out because there's so much football on all the time. So
yeah,
so it's hard to like get in a flow. The only nights to really watch are kind of Tuesday, Wednesday, and sometimes you got stuff going on. So because there's football on every other night, or there's South Lake Dragons, or there's something great. There's always something. So that's one that we're going to be back into. I'm trying to think. Everybody,
I'm going to give you a show.
All these suggestions. Yep, give it to me. I trust you.
Slow Horses on
Really?
Apple TV. Yeah, okay. Gary Oldman. It's about it's kind of like a CIA thing. It's an MI5, but they're MI5 rejects for whatever reason.
Okay.
And Gary Oldman, incredible character. So definitely give that a shot. And there's like 3 seasons too. So if you like it, you guys can just. And the great thing about streaming too is you can watch it whenever you want to. So Tuesday, Wednesday, you're good to go. So Slow Horses on Apple.
Got it. I'm going to mention that, and I'm going to watch it. We're super partial to anything Taylor Sheridan has done. I met him a couple years ago.
Did you really?
Dude, it was so hilarious. So there's all these people. It was at this like horse event, like all the horse people and stuff. And I got invited, and he was going to be there. And I wore my Super Bowl ring just because I was going to use it as a talking point because I didn't know any horse people. And I don't usually do it, but I did. And my friend introduced me to him, and he basically boxed out everybody that was trying to talk to him for like a half hour. And he immediately
did
he goes, I know who you are. I'm a big Cowboys fan. And he started naming games, and he did
he really?
Oh, it was unbelievable. And he would not talk to anybody else. And I said,
wow.
I said, I need my picture with you. And he goes, all right. And I took off my ring, and I go, you need to put this on. And he grabbed it. He started to, and he goes, I can't do that. He said, Jerry will never forgive me. I'm like, Jerry, I won't show anybody the picture. And he literally, the guy is one of the most remarkable writers and people. Like, he was so intense, and like a million people wanted to talk to him, and he was just like, I'm not having it. We're talking football here. What do you think of the Cowboys? What do you think? And I'm like, I said, hey, this was a couple years ago, and the Niners were going to play the Cowboys that year. And I go, you got to go to the game with me. And he thought about it, and he goes, yeah, I can't go to the game. I can't be seen with you. Like, that's how big of a Cowboy fan he is. I'm like, this is awesome.
That'd have been great if you'd have went and you would have had the Niner gear on and everything.
So I will say this. He connected me with the guy that owns the Yellowstone Ranch, where it's really where it is. And
really,
I gave a trip there for Dana for Christmas. So we brought a couple of our friends. It was spectacular. We went and we were there, and we stayed there. We stayed in Rip's
You stayed there? You stayed there?
Yeah, we stayed for 3 nights.
You stayed at Rip's cabin? Get out of here!
We walked every building, every set. We stayed at the big ranch house. We went and hung out there and had. Dude, it was. I can't say it over the computer, but maybe I can give you the info.
Okay, give me the info.
It was the best. They have they allow for a handful of people. I don't even know if they do it anymore, but it was so legit.
Wow. The Duttons. You were there. You there where the Duttons stayed.
hanging out with the Duttons, walking through
Hanging
the
out with the
fields,
Duttons, absolutely.
going to the bunkhouse, doing all you name it. We were there. So great.
Have you seen the mayor of Kingston?
We have.
That's a good one too, Jeremy Renner. Yeah, so you watch, dude. How many shows did Taylor Sheridan? Every show I look at now, I'm like, that's another Taylor Sheridan show.
I don't know when the guy sleeps. Like he has so many ideas. Like it's
1883, 1923. I think 1923 is coming back. I don't think 1883 is going to do a. That was one with Tug McGraw. 1883. And 1923 is the one with Harrison Ford. That was a good one. I like that one.
That was a good one. I mean, we've watched them all, and so
I can't believe you stayed at the Yellowstone Ranch. That's incredible,
dude. I'll show you pics. It was classic.
Okay, I gotta see some pics.
I wore my cowboy hat, Tom. You gotta act like a cowboy when you're.
You do gotta act like a cowboy. You do gotta act. Yeah, I don't know if me going there in shorts and flip flops gonna work.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
I think we're going to see Bergie will probably beg to go on the trip. But we're going to have to make him pay up.
I don't know, man. I think anywhere Bergie go, like if your calves are bigger than actual cow calves, I think you could probably. I think his
calves are bigger than the calves that are there on the ranch.
There's no doubt about it. They definitely weigh more.
So good.
All right, brother. Well, tell Dana I said hi, and I saw the score. Sounds like
Dragons.
Dragon.
I think we put in our third string. We let our local one of our local rivals score 28, but I think it was like 60.
There it is.
10. Like I'm going to start rolling. Come playoff time, you're going to see me. I'm going to start giving a little bit more behind the scenes.
Yeah, you said they won't get challenged until playoff time.
Yeah. Which is kind of wild.
How many D1 guys they got?
Man, I'm assuming probably 5 or 6.
Wow, that's a lot for a high school team.
Yeah, they are so disciplined and great. It's fun to watch. They're just all over it.
You ready for the Mavericks?
I'm going to be on the bandwagon. Go Mavs!
Cooper Flag, baby.
Cooper.
Cooper.
I have a feeling Cooper Flag jerseys could make an appearance come Christmas time.
I think guys. I don't think there's any doubt.
The problem is every kid in Dallas, Fort Worth will have a Flag jersey on.
This is a good point. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If the kids want it, that's what you go with.
I've been telling them, and there's a little bit of a problem in the family because of Courtney in North Carolina. We're not allowed to, we're not really allowed to root for anybody from Duke.
Oh,
yeah.
Now, does she have that hatred for Duke?
She does. In fact, when Jason Tatum and the Celtics lost last year, Little Kaysen was sad, and she said, "Sorry, that's just what happens when you rely on a Duke guy to try to carry your team." and I'm like, "Court, that was aggressive." And she goes, "Yeah, well, he's got to learn the way life is."
I mean, they did win a championship the year before, so you know.
Hey, the Cooper Flag saved a guy's job, maybe saved his life. So I don't know. And the other thing is, so how about you're Nico? You make the dumbest trade in history. You get the #1 lottery ticket that kind of saves you, and then Jerry Jones trades Micah Parsons, and you look like a genius compared to him.
Know.
It's like the amount of luck that guy's been on the roll since the lame trade is unbelievable.
Yep.
So completely out of the talk of the town because it's all about all the other.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing that he faced the scrutiny he did and came out basically smelling like a rose.
Unbelievable. I mean, they could be a semi-contender this year, depending on how he plays and everybody's health.
Yeah, I would say playoffs. Depends on when Kyrie gets back. Because the way I look at it, it's Oklahoma City and Denver, and then everybody else. Like, I think there's about 5 teams that could finish 3 through 7. The Warriors are one of those teams. Mavericks, Lakers, Clippers, Minnesota, one of those teams. but Oklahoma City is clearly the best team, and I think Denver is good too. But after that, who knows? I mean, the West just hasn't gotten any easier in like 15 years. It's like it's always stacked. It's incredible.
It is stacked. How about my guys in Oklahoma City, right down the street?
How many guys do you have?
I just can't help it. I keep moving into place with winners. Can't help it. No.
Are you still you don't have a place still next to the old Tiger King guy, do you?
I do. They're still there.
Do you still have that place?
I do. It's awesome.
Wow.
It's spectacular. We'll have to bring you and Bergie. You can make a road trip there. That'd be awesome.
Road trip. How about we do a road show there in Oklahoma City?
We'll go to a OU game. OU's back in the mix. They're looking
how
pretty
far?
good.
How far is it from Norman?
My place?
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oklahoma City, an hour, give or take. It's only an hour either way.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we should do that.
It'd be pretty cool.
We should. Yeah. We could definitely do that one of these. Maybe if
I
not.
wonder if we could do a Sooner Thunder weekend.
That'd be something.
That'd be kind of cool. And ranch and shoot crap.
And shoot crap. I could definitely do it. What if that'd be sweet if we lined it up when the Warriors were in town to play the Thunder.
That would be.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be.
We'll have to think about that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's think about that. Let's think about that. All right. Well, tell Dan and the family I said hi.
You do the same with Lori and that spectacular group of children you got running around. grown ass children.
Grown ass children and grandkids. It's like a zoo around here.
Amazing.
And I got a bunny floating around here somewhere. I mean, who knows what the hell? Warriors in Oklahoma City.
Wow.
11th, so.
Okay.
There you go. We'll have to. I'll look into that. See what we have going on.
I love it. It's a potential. We got to look at the OU schedule.
I got to look at the OU schedule. Yeah, season might be over by then. That might. Well, yeah, maybe not.
The last game, right? Right around there, November 11th, November 18th.
Is it
for Thanksgiving? I don't know.
You know what? Well, while we're here, let me check real quick.
While we're here. Why we're on
because
live.
I believe they play Texas this week, the Red River Shootout.
It's great. It's at the state fair.
I always call it, I'm like, it's not the Red River rivalry, it's Red River Shootout, okay? Just because I say Red River Shootout is not going to entice someone to go get a gun and find a Red River and shoot somebody. I mean, and if it is, I'd worry about those people anyway. November 11th.
Dang it. Looks like
okay. They got 2 road games. November 1.
Those are both great games. Dang it.
Tennessee and Bama. How great would it be if Bama was at home? That'd be incredible. You know what? Let's keep an eye on that though. That's something that's definitely something to keep out there. Wow. And maybe if it works out one of these years, or maybe even if it works out, because guess what? I think the Niners play in Dallas next year.
Oh, God, I hope so.
I think they play no, I think they do.
Oh, so good.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Because I know if I will not accept a loss because I'll get abused.
Guess what? We're there. We'll be there at some point.
I can hardly wait.
All right. Tell everybody I said hi. I'll talk to you next week, Brent.
All right, Tommy. Let's get it. Bring home the W.
Let's do it.
See you, brother.
All right, brother. All right. We are done. It's time to go pick up Camila. That'd be a fun trip, though. I could definitely do something like that. If you got a couple comments, we can definitely take them. If I could shrink this screen. There we go. It's over here. You big dummy. Okay. So if you got any comments, we can take them. Just a couple, though, because I got to go pick up Camila. I don't want to be late. Don't want to be late for that. That would not be good. So, yep. I know they play on the road next year. They play the 2 games that I already looked at as potential road games for my crew and I is Kansas City and Dallas. Dallas obviously very enticing because Brent's there. It'd be fun to see Brent. I'd have to pack up all the gear though. We'd have to do a road show from Dallas. That would be pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna get on out of here. Now Lou is not on a beer run. I don't know where Lou is. Lou is not. You know what? Lou got in a little bit of trouble today. So Lou's up in the closet sleeping because when I came down in the after I got back from my walk, there was a ripped up Big Mac box on the ground, quarter pounder, Big Mac, one or the other. I wasn't thrilled. So I don't know where she got it from. And I blame, the humans for that too. Because you can't be leaving McDonald's boxes laying around. Can't do it. So anyway. Can the 49ers stop the run against the Bucs? I mean, look, Bucky Irving, I love Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving's a badass. If it's Rachaad White, yeah, I think they are going to be able to stop the run. They've done a decent job this year of stopping the run. So it wasn't the run yesterday. They got the Bucs to win. It was the offense, the passing offense. I'm going to look right. I know Rachaad White had a couple of touchdowns yesterday, but I don't think he had, as far as yards and yards per carry, it wasn't a very good night. He had 14 for 41, so 2.9 a carry, and that was it. Sean Tucker Must Die. I think that was a movie, wasn't it? 3 for 3. So, no, they didn't run the ball at all. So, yeah. Now, if Bucky is in the game, Bucky provides a little bit different challenge because Bucky is probably averaging actually Bucky is 3.3 yards a carry this year. But I thought Bucky was doing better than that. Apparently I'm not keeping as close an eye on Bucky as I used to back when he was on my fantasy team. So yeah, I don't see why they couldn't. I don't see why they can't. In fact, I would expect they will, looking at those numbers. So Tolbert, my opinion on the Warriors trading coming in. Now they won't trade him until January 15th if they trade him. January 15th is the trade deadline. That's when all the salary restrictions go away, and they'll be able to trade him, I believe, for the full $23 million. So it won't be until January 15th. But again, it's just a weird situation. Whether they're going to keep him, whether they're going to trade him, I think they're going to trade him. But I mean, I guess there's a path where he stays. Whatever. I mean, I hope he's able to help this team win. And to do that, it's going to be about running the court, rebounding, playing D, passing the ball, moving the ball, and just hitting some open shots, not pounding it. So anyway, yeah, she had a Big Mac attack. I don't like when Lou has a Big Mac attack. All right, everybody, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Warm day today, isn't it? It was warm. If you're out and about, you can go visit our new sponsor, Fieldwork Brewing. They are the official non-alcoholic beer of the San Jose Sharks. And speaking of San Jose Sharks, Drew Menda is coming into the backyard tomorrow. The hockey god himself. We'll do a hockey preview for you guys and let you know what's going on with the Sharks this year. Saw Connor McDavid just signed, where all the new faces are, and what he thinks of the Sharks this year. It's another year under the belt, or a year under the belt, I guess, for Celebrini. Another year under the belt for Smith and Eklund, Makmadulin, so Askarov. So we'll see. I still think it's another year, but who knows? I mean, who knows? But they were more fun to watch last year than they had been in the past. You get to see some of the young guys play, and again, I think Celebrini is going to be a stud at some point. He may be a stud already, but it's going to start showing up in the standings for the Sharks in the hopefully not too distant future, but we'll see. I'd be surprised if they made a playoff push this year, but hockey's a funny sport, and things can turn around rather quickly. So, All right, it's off to pick up, up for school pickup. Seems like I've been doing this my whole life. I ain't mad though. I don't mind going to school and hanging out and pick it. That sounded creepy. Not in that way. Okay, I don't mind going to school and picking up my granddaughter. Okay, sounds a little creepy when you say it like, yeah, I don't mind going to schools and just kind of hanging out. That sounds creepy. Anyway, I probably should just move on. See you guys tomorrow. So this week, Drew Menda tomorrow, Mark Spears Thursday, and then Friday we will do our handicappers. Dr. Bob Dennis Ranahan. So everybody have a great day. Stay hydrated. As always, you can have some beer. Just make sure you mix in some water as well. Have a great Monday, everybody. See you.